All right, everyone. Happy, what is it, Wednesday? Wednesday now, hump day. And 7:14, this is live on Facebook, YouTube, all of our digital channels. You can catch this at the, live, but it's also recorded. So some of you might be watching this later, the recorded version that could show up on your Facebook feed or your YouTube feed. And just want you to know, so 7:15 right now is the current time. Beautiful view over Kansas City. It has been a nice early July day, July 2nd. The first 2 days of July both have been really, really good. So things are really pleasant at the moment. We have changing weather as we get into our 4th of July. Heat, humidity, all that's building. But the big thing is what came out today. We'd been talking about your weekend and how the weekend probably would have some rain at times because we could see kind of big picture items that would be, like upper level systems that could spawn some rain, and just the computers were kind of all over the place on when that could be. So there wasn't really any one thing that stood out to point to say, hey, over your weekend, watch these hours for rain and thunderstorms. But today, we're starting to snap into focus of when rain could be a problem for your plans outside over the weekend. So I just want to give you that. What we see doesn't mean it's locked in. But I want to show you what I'm seeing here and just kind of give you early awareness of what could happen as we get into your weekend and just some things to be mindful of. So this is the new stuff. So I'm going to peel the layer back a little bit, lift the veil of meteorology, and show you what we're watching. So this is at about 18,000 feet. Very important weather level. And it's 18,000 feet above the ground, about halfway up where jets fly. And this is where we see a lot of our storm systems form. Now, this is starting on Friday, and we see this big circle. If you look at the winds, a big circle over Kansas City, that's high pressure. That's what you want on Friday because that's the 4th of July. High pressure means quiet weather, means that you're not likely to be rained out. Now, it's going to be hot, but we expect that on the 4th of July. But rain's not a big threat on the 4th. It's not guaranteed dry, but it's just not a big threat. Now, look up to our northwest, and you see this little bubble of orange. That is a weak but developing storm system that we have to keep an eye on. So what's it do? Well, here we get into Saturday, and this little compact storm system is in our neighborhood. Now, the bulk of it is likely to our north, but that may not matter because it's going to kick a series of storms up as it's moving its way closer to us, and those storms would then kind of, once they get moving, there's like an inertia, and they could blow through our area. So now as I look at this, and when I see some of the computer forecasts put out, I'm thinking Saturday's a day that we've got to keep an eye on and that we've got a decent rain chance. So here's the new information on Saturday. This is practically, what does it mean? Well, it means the storm risk is increasing and it may impact your plans at times. I do not think Saturday's a washout, even with that little thing coming through, but I do want to first warn you that this is a day to pay attention. This is a day not to cancel plans, but to have potential backups in case your, your activities that you got going on, they end up getting wet and rained out and maybe some thunder and some lightning and that kind of thing. Now, right now, the rain chance is highest in the morning and early afternoon, up till about 1 o'clock. There's plenty of time for that to tweak. So again, don't cancel that, but cancel plans there. But just know that right now, from what I can tell at the moment, is where everything is starting to point to say, hey, this is our general time frame that we ought to be watching for. I'm going to show you more on that in just a second. In the meantime, here's your evening. Evening's good. It's dry. Temperatures in the mid to low 80s and then eventually the 70s. It is pretty sweet. Then tomorrow, we'll call tomorrow a prep day for the 4th. I know a lot of us are going to be at work still, pretending it's the day before the 4th, a short work week. It might be an easy day. Anyway, 90, the high temperature, and more humid. So tomorrow's going to feel like the mid to upper 90s. It's dry. It's sunny. If you get off of work tomorrow and you go home thinking, I'm going to get some work done to get ready for the 4th, I don't think weather's going to be a problem for you other than the heat. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, not bad. So there's the story for Thursday. Now let's get more into the 4th and your weekend. By the way, if you have questions or comments, shoot them over in the comments section. I've got the Facebook feed up. I won't see the comments until I pull my graphics down, but I'll answer them at the end of the video. So here's the 4th of July weekend. Friday, the main thing continues to be the heat. The 90 degrees. This is not, we've had that kind of heat already this year. This is no surprise on the 4th of July. But, the thing is, this is where a lot of us are going to be outside in the heat a big chunk of the day, and we've got those that are in our crew, the kids, those that are sensitive to the heat. Just be keeping an eye on everybody and yourself. lots of water. You know the drill. It's just something to keep in mind. That's 4th of July looks good. It's just going to be hot. Rain chance is not 0, but it's low. Just a few pop-ups, but odds that you see them in any one spot, not that high. 90 degrees by 3, upper 80s, 5, 7, 9. We're going to be back into the mid-80s. That heat index is going to be near 100 for a good number of hours on the 4th. If we do get rain, and we might, it should be done by the time the fireworks kick off. So the fireworks usually about 9:30, something like that. And we should be wrapped up with any even low rain chance by that point. Something I don't have on this graphic that you should know about the 4th is the breeze is going to be out of the south with gusts up to 25. That is not enough to cause issues for most of us. If you've got a tent set up somewhere, or what are those things called where it's not a tent, but it's got the 4 posts or whatever. Anyway, you probably want to secure that, anchor that down, because you get a gust that could catch it. But I think that's actually going to help take the edge off a little bit, so it's not bad to have a little breeze. Saturday, here's your first warn. I've pulled temperatures back a little bit. We're going to have more cloud cover, I think, and some rain, so 88's the high. Now let me show you what one of our long-range computer forecasts has for Saturday. You see that cluster of storms? Now remember, the parent storm system that's spawning these is actually to the north, but I told you that wouldn't matter because look at how far south these extend, and it looks like they're going to begin actually on Friday in central Kansas and Nebraska, then slide our way as we go through Saturday. Think of last Saturday morning, kind of like that, even though I think they'll be more widespread, and up until about 1. After that, trends are drying for us, so the afternoon, say 2 o'clock and after and into the evening, should be pretty good. So we'll catch plenty of dry hours as these slide out. Now, this still looks kind of wet. You're thinking 7 p.m., I still see rain around, and it's possible, but that's kind of how these long-range computer forecasts look. They don't give you exactly what radar looks like, just kind of big picture that'd be sliding out to the east. So we'll keep an eye on that for you, and that may change. If it does, I'll let you know. Then Sunday, 86. Temperatures coming down. You're thinking, all right, 86. That doesn't sound bad. Look at how muggy it's going to be. We're going to be up in the miserable category, but even then, mid-80s and super muggy, it's still going to feel like mid-90s, something like that. And there is still a storm chance on Sunday. And just lower. It's about 30%. So we had some rain earlier today up near Chillicothe. That has moved out. Let's check out the rest of this evening. Nothing. We're nice and dry. It's calm weather for us for now and into your Thursday. Looks like today with a basically pristine, bright blue sky, just like we have right now out over the plaza. Oh, that's good. That's good. Temperatures in the mid-80s, even some 90s. Look at Ottawa, 90 degrees right now. Let's see, we made it to 87 in KC. Here's Thursday. Your morning is not going to be as cool and comfortable as it was this morning. This morning, I sat with my wife on the patio in the shade in the morning. It was like 7:30. And it was great. I was in shorts and a T-shirt, and it was a little bit on the cool side. It was fantastic. Tomorrow, humidity's up, and you will feel it. 90 degrees at 4 o'clock in the afternoon with a light southwest wind. Highs tomorrow, 90, 92, 93. Steamy day. Feels like temperatures, this by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, going to be somewhere around 96, 97, 98. Hot day. And it's a string of them. 98 tomorrow, 100 on Friday, 98 on Saturday, Sunday 95. Getting better next week. Here's a 7-day, and a couple things is, let me just walk through here. Friday, just to give you your fireworks forecast at the World War I Memorial, which is where we'll be, Stars and Stripe Picnic. Come check it out. It's the best fireworks show I've ever seen. And I'm not saying that because we're there and we're partners with them, though I'd love to say, hey, if you come out, it's really a good time. Food trucks and music and just fun. And it usually doesn't get too full until like 6, 7. It starts to fill up. The early part of the afternoon, it's not too busy. You'll find parking and plenty of space. Anyway, awesome fireworks show. Weather looks pretty good. Mid-80s, and we'll be dry for it. Then we go into Saturday, and I just want to give you the lakes forecast. If you're going to be heading out to the lakes here, local lakes, you're going to be heading north up to Smithville or heading out to Clinton, something like that. Water temperatures warm kind of warm, upper 70s. It's hot. It's hot enough to get into the water. Watch for the storms on Saturday and Sunday. Similar story if you're going to the Ozarks. Saturday and Sunday look to be the stormy ones. Probably more Sunday in the Ozarks, but highs near 90. And then let's go to Branson. Let's check that out. 92, 93, 92. And also Saturday night and into Sunday looks stormy there. Sunday, 86. As we wrap up the weekend, the rain chances there, it's at 30%. Let's get to the full 7-day here. And then next week, I've got a first warn on Tuesday. Tuesday looks like a pretty wet day right now. We'll see if it continues to look this wet, but you see what I see. I mean, that's quite a lot of rain that we've got there, and almost all my computer forecasts have that for Tuesday. So I just want to put a spotlight on that. If you have, maybe you're working outside or whatever you have going on in your personal life, Tuesday's a day to watch. But some scattered storms possible next week. What I don't see is a big heat wave. So I think through at least the next couple of weeks, we're going to be near normal and kind of active with some storms around, but doesn't look terribly hot, so I like that. Okay, there's the breakdown, everybody. Let me check the comments here and see if we have any questions. All right. Use blankets to avoid chiggers. Levi, good advice. I hate chiggers. I had those once. We went on vacation somewhere, and they got me. You know how they like to get around your socks, around your ankles, and just chewed me up, and they're miserable for a long time. So anyway, good advice there, Levi. Okay, I don't see any questions, so hopefully that's helpful. This is the way it looks now. I'll let you know if things change. Just want you to have kind of an early picture and awareness for your weekend as you try to make plans. It's tough this time of year, but that's what I see, and I want you to see that too. We'll have more for you at 10. I'll have updates. Bring it to you then. In the meantime, have a great night. Take care.